And what's going on out there this week? It doesn't seem real that the temperatures are as high as they are.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like December out there. And we had a beautiful day across New Mexico in the Sandias. We still had that snow on the ground. We saw more snow melt, some passing clouds, but it was mostly clear through sunset. You could see that from a top 10-3 restaurant looking toward the Estancia Valley in the Sandia Peak ski area. And ever since then, we had then the waning gibbous moon rising, some high thin clouds way off to our east earlier. And because of that moon, it's highlighting some high thin clouds way off to our east still out there, but mostly clear skies. Still right now, and still snow on the ground, and temperatures even some areas around the East Mountains and the metro of Albuquerque hovering, if not even above the freezing mark. We've cooled off compared to last hour, now 35 at the Sunport, below freezing in Santa Fe, 27. 10 degrees, one of the colder spots in Alamosa. Meanwhile, 38 in Clayton with a stronger downsloping breeze out there. 37 Santa Rosa, 35 Las Vegas, 20 in the reserve. Calmer and colder and Gallup, 18 degrees, 39. Pretty mild relatively for this time of the morning in Ruidoso. Fast moving clouds from north-northwest to south-southeast in terms of the movement, but no rain nor any snow beneath those clouds, and that trend will continue. Anywhere south of I-40, it'll be almost entirely cloud-free, maybe some of those high thin clouds moving through the Manzano Mountains and the Sacramento Mountains. Elsewhere to the north, high thin clouds, but still mostly sunny and very mild. I do suspect we may be even closer to the 60, 61 degree mark in Albuquerque. 70s more likely in southeast New Mexico, even in parts of eastern and northeast New Mexico, near Clayton, Des Moines, Raton near 60. Still stuck in the 40s in Durango, a bit of a warmer day in Alamosa, but still chilly in the low to mid 40s. 60s and near 70 degree high temperatures in far southwest New Mexico. And as those winds go up and over and down the east slopes of the central mountains, that will cause that air to sink, compress, and warm up with up to 25 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts, particularly along the east slopes of the Manzano Mountains, the Sandias, and the east slopes of the Sacramento Mountains. Also a bit breezy in the Raton Pass along the east slopes of the northern Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Elsewhere out west, not as breezy in southwest New Mexico, particularly in southern eastern New Mexico. Northeasterly winds will then develop, so a pendulum swing between westerly then easterly winds bring in a bit of a cool down for tomorrow afternoon. Around the morning commute tomorrow, winds may be gusting up to 20, 30 miles per hour or more in the Pecos River Valley. In the lowlands, high temperatures ranging from the 40s, particularly in the San Luis Valley, to the lower 70s in southeastern parts of New Mexico. Maybe just as warm tomorrow overall, but these temperatures will be a little bit more uniform because of a bit of a warmer day in central and western areas and a little bit cooler air in eastern and southeastern areas because of a cold front, including the northeast highlands. Thursday, then it'll warm up for almost all areas. Upper 40s, 50s, 60s, and widespread 70s in southeast New Mexico and parts of southwest New Mexico, only a tad cooler on Friday. So not really feeling like December, feeling more like Halloween with this ridge of high pressure, with this jet stream remaining to our north, and with that high pressure system also bringing in dry weather because of that sinking, compressing air mass that will also allow for that warming effect throughout much of New Mexico. And this is something that we'll see really throughout the middle of November. The high pressure to our west, dry and warmer than normal conditions will be the big story. And what we will continue to see are those temperatures rising in the Four Corners, mostly ahead steady in the low to mid 50s from especially on Thursday all the way through the end of the weekend in Durango. Alamosa, lower 40s for high temperatures. Cold tomorrow morning, but not quite as cold as where we should be, and not as cold as this morning, most likely. Farmington, Gallup, and Cuba, highs mostly in the high 40s and 50s. Will not be surprised if a few areas near Gallup and Grants may get close to the low 60s ahead. And Camado, Alamogordo, Lordsburg, and Deming, 60s widespread, 50s in the higher elevations, but 60s and 70s more likely ahead. And Ruidoso, Roswell, and Hobbs, a little bit more of a temperature roller coaster. So noticeably cooler tomorrow, but still many areas warmer than normal, even for tomorrow. Sunny and 75 more likely on Thursday in Roswell and to your north, Tucumcari, Raton, and Mora. Temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and near the 70 degree mark. above 40-degree high temperatures in the Enchanted Circle for many. Santa Fe in the low to mid 50s. You may be closing in near the 60-degree mark later this week. Moriarty, Estancia, Cedar Crest, more snow melt, including your northern neighbors from the north to south valley of Albuquerque. Temperatures reaching the 50s and 60s. Oh, by the way, again, as I mentioned, breezier conditions in the East Highlands. A little bit breezy here in the metro. Mid to upper 60s Thursday through Saturday, and then just a little bit of a cool off Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm never going to complain about all that sunshine.
Good running weather, good dog walking weather with those golden retrievers, right?
All right, thanks, Ryan.